Hello, everybody. Uh, Hope you're having a great moment, a great now, a great and beautiful experience here. Uh, I'm with my brother currently, and he is in someone's home here, so I thought I would shoot a little video, and we'll see how far we get. So, I usually talk about non-duality. And people are like, what's non-duality? Well, non-duality means not two. And, or non-dual means not two. It's just different ways to say it. But in these times we are in, and all throughout history, I would say, there have been people who come to experience truth, the truth of reality. And the truth is one. It's singular in nature. Now, is this a set of religious beliefs? Or is this a philosophy? Well, no. I mean, anything can be turned into a religion. I mean, science is a religion. Rock and roll is a religion. But more about our experience, our direct experience of reality. Are we having a good experience of reality, or are we having a bad experience of reality? And to throw out some statistics that I've heard, 70% of all women in America, I don't know about other countries, are on some sort of anti-anxiety or antidepressant medication. 70% is a big number. And we have to ask ourselves, why? Why do so many women, and not just women, but men too, experience, and nowadays it's young kids also, experience this overwhelming sense of unease or frustration with life? Why is that? And it comes down to something simple. We're looking at reality the wrong way. And there's a right way to see reality, and there's a wrong way to see reality. And one brings about the things we're seeing in the world today. The man living out of balance with nature, wars, the big environmental upheavals that we seem to be going through. These things are, you could say, caused by our direct actions, but more than that, they're caused by how we're experiencing reality, how we feel about ourselves. Funny. Hold on. Let's see if we can get that back there. That'll probably happen again. So let's see how far we can go with it, though. Our experience. So it's our experience of reality causes reality to change. Now that's hard to believe, and we don't seem to understand that because the way we've been brought up, we've been taught to look at reality and say, well, when this happens, this happens, this happens, this happens. And so we're leaving out the main party in our reality, which is ourself, and are looking at reality, or observing reality, or experiencing reality, or being in reality. And because we are looking at reality the wrong way, reality becomes distorted, and the outer, what we perceive through our five senses, the distortions are caused by our inner experiences of reality. And it's not vice versa, even though the world would have us think otherwise. our experience of reality is caused by our inner experience. The inner affects the outer. Now, it would seem a lot of the time that the outer affects the inner, and it does. It is a two-way street, but there's no separation. There's really no inner and outer. Inner experience, thoughts and emotions, and outer world of the senses. But it seems that way. It seems like there's two. And the great road or the path or life or, all the many religions, their job is supposed to be helping us to realign the lens, so to speak, the lens of reality, our way of seeing reality. And there's many people in the past that have quoted that. We're seeing reality wrong. And when we adjust the camera, the lens, the thing that we're perceiving reality through, which is the body, the mind, the heart, all that, when we adjust that correctly, reality starts to reshape around us. It starts to become a better place. And it looks very different than, you would say, it's than it would if we let reality tell us how to see it. See, we tell reality what we want to see, whether we know it or not. Now, the trick is coming to knowing that, and then you start to adjust the lens. That's the mental, the emotional, the physical. But really, it's just it's an inside job, as they say. But I don't really like inside job so much because my experience is this. For a long time, I experienced reality as though I was in this body looking out into this universe. And so it was out, or inside looking out. And really, it's weird. It's not like that. Now I experience reality as though I am reality looking through this body and experiencing itself and its many facets, its many faces, its many characters, its many stories. And since this change in myself, or from this vantage point, my experience of reality has been way cooler. It is all beautiful. It is perfect. And I find that because the work has been done here, this adjusting of the lens, that helps to reshape reality. That's how powerful we are. And the problem is we don't know that we have control over our experience of reality. And here's what's funny. The world would have us think that we've got to act right, we've got to eat right, we got to do this religious ceremony right, we got to do all these things right. But really, it's about our own healing. It's about our own inner healing and working through past experiences that keep operating in our now, this moment. And because of those, say, bad or good past experiences, we're trying to repeat those in this moment. And so we look to the future. And so we're going back and forth between future, past, future, past, future, past, future, past. And that's the lens we're looking through, which is hard to even see anything happening in reality if I'm jumping between future, past, future, past, future, past, future, past. So once we heal up the inner stuff, whatever it is, traumas, experiences, then we experience reality here, now, in this moment, without thoughts, without heavy negative emotions. But it's not about changing people. It's not about changing the world. It's not about me living just right. It's about me doing the inner work. And the inner work is not easy because it requires that we develop a high sense of awareness. It requires that we ask ourselves the right questions, or we write down and we work out these issues that keep popping up. Because the healing isn't a like if we want to heal the world, if we want to change the world, we're not going to do it by, you know, going from, say, the old technological ways to green technology, right? I mean, that's good, don't get me wrong, that's beneficial. But if we look at it like, here's a problem in the world that we're doing and we need to change it to this, we're not really working on the real problem. The real problem is we've got to work on ourselves, our personal work. And personal work means a lot of things to a lot of people. There's journaling, there's meditation, there's ritual, there is prayer. There are lots of ways to do this work, but we've got to know we're doing it, and we've got to know that it needs to be done. If I walk around thinking that, you know, in a state of kind of stagnation where I'm just like, well, this is how life is, and I'm just running around like a chicken with my head cut off and not asking why am I having these experiences of reality that just are out of sync? Why do I always feel uptight? Why do I always feel like I'm not enough? Or why do I always feel like I ain't got enough time? Or why do I always feel tired and drained and overwhelmed? Well, it's because we're letting reality dictate to us what we've got to do. Or we're letting, and I mean, listen to what I'm saying, we're letting what our senses are perceiving outside of ourselves dictate to us what we've got to do with our own lives. Does that sound right? I mean, I'm letting reality tell me how I've got to live my life. It doesn't matter if it's some dude on an infomercial that tells me, you want to make your life better? This is what you got to go do. No, what I've got to do is I've got to sit and I've got to come to know myself truly and really. And not only that, but to love and accept that. You know, to love and accept that. Yeah, give me a second. Sorry about that. What do we do? I can't seem to get you back. Where'd you go? There we are. So, you know, it's really hard. It's really hard. I don't know who you are or who's on the other end of this or who will see this. At least what character you're playing on the other side of the screen there. But you could be white, you could be black, it could be a variation of characters or, you know, vehicles that you're riding around in. Cars, some are male bodies, some are female bodies, and they're from all persuasions and all beliefs and ideologies, and that's all good, you know, that's all good. There's nothing bad with any of that. But the real question is, who are you really? Who are you really? Who are you really? Really? When you get rid of all the labels and the rights and wrongs and opinions and the judgments and discriminations of reality, who are you behind that mask? That's what's important, and that's what I had to go learn for myself. And that's what each of us, that's our work. That is the work. You want your life to get better? Well, stop thinking that it's got to look a certain way out here in the universe, and realize it's got to look a certain way in here, and then out here don't really matter so much. This will kind of fall into place. It'll fall into place. All you got to do is get right with yourself. You know, some would say get right with God, but where's God? Huh? Up there? I don't think so. Where's God? It's a good question. Who is this God? Right? I'm not saying there's not a God. I'm saying where is God? Who are you? What's up here? What's really going on? Where's this place we're at? Well, we've been told this is Earth. You know, third rock from the sun. Is it? Is it? Who said so? And what gave them the right to call it Earth? You know? What's really going on here? Good questions. Real good questions. You know. I want to talk about some fun stuff though. So I like to keep up with what's going on in the world. That's the fun stuff. Fun stuff. There's all kind of calamities going on, world changes, and world leaders playing big dogs and going and banging up everybody like they need that. Like life's not difficult enough that we got to go fuck it up for everybody else, right? Because we think we know something better or we want something they have. That's real smart. Instead of realizing that we're all human, that there's one planet. Oh yeah, I know. We we made divisions. That's a different state than here. Oh, that piece of land's more special than this piece of land. Got a lot of kooky ideas we do, us humans, thinking we know something. We don't even know ourselves. But man, we stand up all puffed up like fucking proud roosters. Just crowing in the mornings, right? Thinking we know something. We don't even know ourselves. I know people better than they know themselves half the time because I can see. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see what's in front of you? Can you see what's inside of you? That's more important. Can you see who it is that's experiencing you? Can you see who it is that's experiencing your life, your thoughts, your feelings? What is that? This kind of work I'm talking about, it's this kind of inward looking, this kind of really getting down with brass tacks and getting the garbage out of the way. It's going to bring us to know ourselves, which is the greatest gift any person can have. Are these fiery words that I speak? Hell no. Every religion known to man talks about doing the work. We just take it wrong. We see it in a superstitious way. We don't see it as reality. How do we see reality the right way? That is the big question. How do we learn to see that it's not two, that it's one? And for us to see that it's two or different somehow, we start to experience it in that way, and then it causes all kind of chaos in the world. Just go cut on the news and look at what's happening. Look at what's happening. Anyway, it seems like that my brother is coming out now from his friend's house. So I'm going to have to get off the phone with you guys, off the camera here. It's been really fun. I still didn't get to talk about what I wanted to talk about. The world is changing, people. Miracles and magic are happening. Big things. Big things. Are any of you questioning why? There's a message out there for us. It's here to set us free. Am I crazy, man? Who knows? But there's a lot of beautiful things going on in the world. And I challenge you to go find them. Mainly just find yourself, because that's going to change the world. Love you much. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Bye now. Bye!